Have you ever felt like your brain just won't shut up? You replay past mistakes, stress over future decisions, and analyze every little detail of your life until you're mentally exhausted. But the worst part? After all that thinking, you're still stuck. You still don't have the answer. You still haven't taken action. That's the trap of overthinking. But in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to stop that. I'm going to give you real, actionable strategies backed by psychology to rewire your brain and free yourself from overthinking once and for all. And stick around until the end, because I'm going to reveal one simple trick that most people don't know about, something that, once you apply it, will instantly make decision-making easier and stop overthinking in its tracks. Why do we overthink? Overthinking isn't just a bad habit. It's how your brain tries to protect you. Your mind is wired to scan for threats, predict the future, and avoid making mistakes. In ancient times, this was crucial for survival. If you made the wrong move, you could get eaten by a predator or starve to death. But today, most of the things we overthink about aren't life-threatening. They're things like sending a text, making a career move, or deciding what to say in a conversation. The problem is, your brain treats these small decisions like life or death situations, so it puts you in analysis mode, making you believe that the more you think, the better your decision will be. But that's not how it works. Studies show that overanalyzing actually makes your decisions worse. It creates stress, causes indecision, and makes you less likely to take action. So if overthinking doesn't lead to better decisions, what does? Taking action. But before we jump into the techniques to stop overthinking, leave a like and subscribe. That will help me a lot. Now let's see the techniques. Overthinking isn't just an annoying habit. It's a mental pattern that, when unchecked, can become a major barrier to personal growth and success. The truth is, overthinking is deeply ingrained in our minds, and breaking free from it requires not just willpower, but a structured approach. In this section, I'll dive into advanced techniques that will help you break the overthinking cycle for good. These aren't quick fixes. These are the strategies that, when practiced consistently, will change the way you approach your thoughts and decisions. Let's break it down into 5 powerful techniques. 1. The distraction detox. When you overthink, your mind often jumps from one thought to the next in a chaotic spiral. One thought leads to another, and before you know it, you're mentally exhausted. One of the best ways to interrupt this cycle is to introduce a distraction detox. This doesn't just mean turning off your phone for a few hours, although that can help. It's about actively engaging your brain in activities that force you to focus entirely on the present moment. Think of it as giving your mind a workout. Here are some ways to do it. Exercise. Physical movement gets you out of your head and forces you to focus on something else entirely. Whether it's running, yoga, or even just taking a walk, the goal is to get your body moving and your mind clear. Mindful breathing. Engage in deep breathing exercises, focusing only on your breath. This simple exercise can help you break the overthinking loop and reset your mind. Try the 4-7-8 technique. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 7 counts, and exhale for 8 counts. This shifts your nervous system from stress mode to relaxation. Creative hobbies. Pick up a hobby that requires your full attention. Painting, drawing, writing, knitting, or cooking. These activities don't just keep you busy. They help you immerse yourself in the present moment and take your mind off things. It might feel uncomfortable at first, but the goal is to create an intentionally mindful space where overthinking is simply not possible. Over time, your brain will learn that it doesn't have to constantly analyze everything. 2. The power of mental reframing. One of the most effective techniques for combating overthinking is mental reframing, which means changing how you view a situation. Overthinkers tend to catastrophize situations, assuming the worst-case scenario in every decision. Reframing helps you break free from this trap and see things from a more balanced perspective. For example, situation. What if I make the wrong choice and regret it forever? Reframed. Even if this decision doesn't work out, I'll learn from it and make a better decision next time. This simple switch in perspective does wonders for reducing anxiety around decision-making. It makes the stakes feel lower, which allows you to make decisions with more clarity and less hesitation. Another way to practice reframing is by asking yourself better questions. Instead of asking, what's the worst that could happen? Try asking, what's the best possible outcome, and how can I make that happen? You'll be surprised at how quickly this shift can calm your anxiety and stop the overthinking spiral in its tracks. 3. The decide then do approach. Overthinkers often believe that deciding is the hardest part, but it's not. The hardest part is doing something after the decision is made. Here's the key. Once you decide on a course of action, immediately take a small, actionable step to move toward it. For example, If you decide to send that email, don't just leave it in your draft folder. Hit send immediately. If you're deciding to start exercising, don't sit there wondering when the right time will be. Go for a short walk or do a 10-minute workout to get started. The goal here is to reduce friction between deciding and acting. When you act immediately, it takes away the opportunity for your brain to second-guess itself and fall back into the overthinking loop. This is how you build momentum and confidence. By training your brain that action is the antidote to overthinking. For the mindful awareness practice. Mindfulness isn't just a buzzword. It's a practice that helps you observe your thoughts without getting caught up in them. Overthinkers tend to fuse with their thoughts, meaning they believe every thought they have is true and important. But the truth is, most of our thoughts are just passing mental events. They're not facts. By practicing mindfulness, you can learn to notice your thoughts without letting them control you. Here's how to practice mindful awareness. Sit quietly for 5 to 10 minutes each day. Close your eyes and simply observe your thoughts as they come and go. If you notice yourself getting caught up in a thought, gently bring your attention back to your breath or body sensations. Over time, mindfulness teaches you to detach from your thoughts, which gives you more control over your mind. Instead of letting your thoughts dictate your emotions, you begin to choose how you respond to them. This is especially helpful for overthinkers because it helps you avoid getting stuck in endless mental loops. 5. The SOS system. If you feel like you're about to spiral into overthinking, you can use the SOS system as a quick intervention. The SOS stands for stop. As soon as you notice yourself getting overwhelmed, stop what you're doing, close your eyes if possible, and take a deep breath. Observe. Notice what you're thinking and feeling in that moment. What is your mind saying? Are you catastrophizing or focusing on negative outcomes? What emotion are you feeling? Shift. Shift your focus to something positive. It could be a simple gratitude exercise. Think of 3 things you're grateful for. Or you could ask yourself, what's the next positive step I can take right now? The beauty of the SOS system is that it's simple and effective, giving you a quick mental reset whenever overthinking starts to take over. This can be especially helpful in high-pressure situations where you feel like your mind is racing out of control. How to stay consistent with these techniques. Techniques like these won't work unless you practice them regularly. Here's how to integrate these strategies into your daily routine. Set aside time every day to practice mindfulness or mental reframing. Even 10 to 15 minutes can make a huge difference. Make it a habit to take action immediately after making decisions. The more you do it, the less you'll second-guess yourself. Track your progress by journaling your experiences. Write down how overthinking shows up in your life and how you successfully use one of these techniques to overcome it. Remember, breaking the overthinking habit is a process, not an event. It takes time. But with patience and practice, you will begin to notice significant changes in how you make decisions, handle stress, and navigate your life with more confidence and clarity. The hidden cost of overthinking. Before I reveal to you the one secret most people don't know about that can easily make decision-making easier and stop overthinking, let's see the damages overthinking can cause you. Most people don't realize just how damaging it is. It doesn't just waste time. It actually rewires your brain in a negative way. Here's how. It increases anxiety. The more you overthink, the more your brain associates decision-making with stress. This makes even simple choices feel overwhelming. It kills confidence. When you overanalyze, you start doubting yourself, which makes you less likely to trust your instincts. It creates decision fatigue. Overthinking drains your mental energy, making it harder to make decisions later in the day. That's why, after a long day of overanalyzing, even choosing what to eat for dinner feels impossible. And here's the scariest part. The longer you stay in the habit of overthinking, the harder it becomes to break free from it. Your brain starts treating it as normal, and before you know it, you're trapped in an endless cycle of stress and inaction. The one secret mistake that keeps you stuck in overthinking. Now, let's talk about the number one mistake people make when trying to stop overthinking. They wait to feel ready before taking action. They think, once I feel more confident, then I'll act. But confidence doesn't come before action. It comes from action. Think about it. When was the last time you felt 100% ready for something new? Probably never. Because readiness isn't something you wait for. It's something you build by taking action. Now, I have a challenge for you. Pick one of these strategies I showed you and use it today. Don't just watch this video and move on. Actually put it into action and let me know in the comments which strategy you can try first. Now that you have the tools to stop overthinking and gain mental clarity, how about taking the next step? If you're also looking to overcome social anxiety quickly and easily, I've got a video that will help you feel more confident in any situation. Click here to check it out. I'm sure it will make all the difference.